Too many kids can get lost in the foster care system, never given the opportunities to realize their dreams. What they're given instead are the harsh realities of aging out when they become too old for the foster care system. They leave with nowhere to go, no money to get by, and they're handed all the stresses and responsibilities of adulthood overnight.
Young people who are leaving the foster care system, they don't have the benefit of parents who can help provide them with a safety net. Oftentimes they leave the system with very little and not very many options. And so it's a real challenge when you go out into the world and you don't have the things that you need to get started as an adult. And so the work that we do helps to provide them with that safety net.
The thing that's the most challenging, and maybe the hardest for all of us to imagine, is not having a steady, stable, trusted adult in their life all through their lives, and even as they become independent. Someone they can rely on and trust implicitly.
I was missing a part of me, and that was my father that was, gone. And then I realized that without him, I couldn't do anything, or I couldn't be anyone, because I needed him in my life. And so I decided to start smoking marijuana, and because I saw people around me doing it, and I thought that that was going to be an escape for me to not feel that I had an absent parent in my life.
I didn't know how to be a young man because my dad wasn't around anymore, and just led me to be around the wrong people and choosing a way to find love through the negative people in my life.
When I was just a child, I lived with my alcoholic grandmother, and I had a brother who I was very close with for a while, but we got separated when I was around 7, and my grandmother was really abusive, so I didn't have much of a relationship with her. I didn't really have much of a relationship with anybody.
Aging out in the foster care system is a perilous time for our kids. They are stepping into an area that they have no experience, no reference points for. So even if they have a good foster care experience, once they step out at 18, that disappears. The relationships potentially can disappear. The support systems can disappear, and it is doggone scary.
What scares me the most is going back out there and seeing the old faces and getting triggered to go back to my old life. But it's all in me to decide whether I want to go back to that or not. And I definitely do not want to go back because it brought nothing good for me.
There's part of me that really wants to go back to the using, that wants to go back to those old people, because that's where I felt safe. That's where I at first did find confidence, but I need to let myself be reminded that that's not what I have set up for me. That's not my plan.
By providing financial support for teens and case management work, United Way's Women in Philanthropy is helping prepare local foster youth for their future. For some, it's the first time these kids are being given the encouragement and accountability to bring their dreams to fruition, but they can't do it alone. With your financial support, we can do more. We can change the next chapter for hundreds of local teens.
There are very few, very limited funds in the public sector for foster youth. So with their support, more youth are served and more services are provided to those youth.
The IDA program for our foster youth is probably the most tangible program that we have. It is an incentive program that allows the kids personal funds through incentives to learn how to save, learn fiscal management, to ultimately have when they leave foster care. You got to realize these kids don't have the bank of mom and dad. When they walk out of foster care, it's a done deal. And without that nest egg that ability to have a first and last month's rent, to have a cell phone, to have what we consider necessities. Without the IDA program, without those funds, they just don't have it. There's no mom and dad out there.
I provide a lot for my children. As a Women in Philanthropy member, I feel like I'm providing a lot for my other children. These young people are very much a part of our community. And as a WIP member, we all think of them as our children. And we want to do whatever we can to improve the future for them.
I can speak for myself as a mom. I have given a lot to my own daughter. I have really found that she doesn't need much more, but these foster kids sure do. They need a lot more. And we are influencing a positive change in many of their lives, but I'd sure like to see us grow and impact many more kids in our community. So dollars are needed.
If I could thank Women in Philanthropy, it would just be a huge hug to all of them. Just setting up this kind of program for all of us kids who just are not really sure what to do is amazing. I think that they help us more than they even think. Them coming in our lives is a chance for us to be in community, us to believe that people care about us, and it changes our entire perspective of what we used to think about people.
Just thank you for everything you ladies have done, and it's really powerful to see women like doing something and wanting to help the community and help girls and boys. It's really inspiring, and I feel like it's going to help a lot of more women stand up for themselves. I would just thank them so much for taking their time and just coming to the school and teaching us all kids. It makes me feel like I'm going to succeed once I leave here. It makes me feel confident and ready to be out there once I'm getting ready to graduate the program.
For me, I would tell them thank you for helping me in my opportunities and giving me the tools to help me be successful in life.
And it's important that they're there. We really love and care about them as much as they do us.